Cinema. It's cinema. It's sport is cinema. Why would you want to watch anything else? Really? When push comes to rugby league shove, what are you doing if you're not doing this? If you're not here, where are you? And why aren't you here? You should be here. This is the place to be. Why are you not around, bruv? Get here. Get with it. It's fine. Everyone's welcome. Get around rugby league. That's what I'm talking about, because that was brilliant. That was brilliant. We've had two absolutely thunder-clapping games to start this game, to start this Super Saturday, and this might be the showpiece event. This might be the showpiece event of them all. I'm very much looking forward to this. Hang on, so Jules Dragons fan, why were you bullying Lily? That's a bit mean. I'm setting up the animations for the next game, and then we're gonna look through the teams. Cause, oh no, there's not really actually been any changes, to be honest. I'll show you the teams anyway, but there's not been any changes. That was Absolute Rugby League. Looking at the team, so no Team Torpiki, he does come out. Halasima does start in the centers. I saw someone saying that he was moved to the back row, but no. At least, not on the official team that was named. It's Leitara and Halasima in the centers. Shania Savita and Lukey Met. Big Lukey Met, who, oh my god, his return last week was brilliant. In the halfback jersey. Billy Walters, he's had a brilliant return as well. Speaking of returns from injuries, he's done very, very well to come in at hooker and excel the way that he has already. Only change comes in the form of both player number 19's dropping out. Pompey, who we have seen start a lot for the Warriors this year, does start off the bench. So Torpiki, okay, did he not start at fullback last week? See, I didn't watch that game. I'm surprised that Chance has been picked over Tane Torpiki on form. Interesting. Was by 70? Look. I've tipped the Rugby League Warriors. I have done. Want it to be known. But, at the same time, I smell something here. I smell something. I'm getting this sniff, and it smells like incest. So, I'm thinking that Queensland might win this game. The Queensland team. We get loose at the end of Saturdays. If I had a nickel for every Broncos player in the backline tonight who's been done for driving and drug-related charge, I'd have 2 nickels, which isn't a lot, but it's weird it happened twice. If that's not enough reason to go for the Warriors, then I don't know what is, frankly. Who hasn't tipped the Rugby League Warriors? I think some people wouldn't have tipped the Rugby League Warriors. Some people. Some, like, negative knowers of ball. Not impossible. Certainly. But yeah. What did you just say? That I can smell incense. You know, like frankincense, like gold, frankincense, myrrh, like the 3 things that was given to Jesus. That's, yeah, that's what I said. You know what makes this particularly funny? I'm going to show you actually what makes this particularly funny. So, as I've told you, I've got multiple monitors, and we were talking earlier about Caitlin Irwin, and I looked up Caitlin Irwin, and I haven't closed that tab yet. So as I said that, I've just got Caitlin Irwin just judging me from over there. There's the chat. There's you guys. I've just got Caitlin Irwin being like, yes, this message is approved by Caitlin Irwin. Oh, boy, oh, boy. Boy, oh, boy. Focus? Good, camera's focus. Good stuff. Nope, wrong way. There we go. Right. Locked in. One more game to go. One more game to go. I am onto my second Rugby League bottle of Pepsi Max, and this might be the one that I dropped at the supermarket and will explode. Normally, I don't think it's like recommendable to drink an entire bottle of Pepsi Max in one go. I'm about to go through bottle number 2, but it's because I've run out. It's because I've run out. Caitlin Bindi Owen? Absolutely. Absolutely right. Lily doesn't know how to spell Dargans. It's not hard to spell. I mean, sure. Don't know if it's proportionate for you to say that you're surprised that she has friends, but still. Well. That's a beautiful shot of Suncorp. Oh my god, yes. The scoreboard is interesting. What? They've taken the scoreboard away. The Warriors, they put the wrong colour for the Warriors. They put maroon for the Warriors when they are objectively not playing in maroon. So they've taken the scoreboard away and they're going to put up a new one. That's hilarious. Hold up, Caitlin, to stop stalking my Pookie the Leaguie. It's true. I mean, Caitlin to start with, but it's just, I think ever since I passed 10k subscribers, I have to beat them off with a stick. These NRLW players, that's just... No, definitely not true. Definitely not true. Hasman says, I'm Caitlin Owen and you're watching the Leaguie channel. Hey Leaguie, someone just redeemed a thing.
Smart guy, yay, just redeemed Pepsi Max.
Bruv, I'm defizzing it now. Give me a chance. Give me a rugby league opportunity. Fox are changing the score bug to match the jerseys. Yes, they are. Well, they got the Broncos side right. They didn't get the Wild side right. I wonder what the Caitlin Owen, who's just coming off a loss to the Roosters, would think of this situation right now. Was on top G. I love that username. Thank you for following on Twitch. She would just have not the foggiest clue that there's an entire live stream of people talking about her right now in the build up to this game. Okay, we're gonna have Mark Tukey. I met him at Magic Round. That's pretty cool. That's wonderful. We're going to have a ceremony here, which, of course, as usual, I will mute myself for. Can't wait for a Caitlin Owen enthusiast Instagram page to pop up tomorrow. That'd be great. Hey, I'm a Caitlin Owen enthusiast now. Did I know who Caitlin Owen was before tonight? Absolutely not. However, I'm now Caitlin Owen's #1 fan. Is it a bit weird for a 23-year-old guy who works from his bedroom, essentially, using accommodation, to be that much of an enthusiast of an NRLW player? Yes, it is. So I'm stopping there, but Caitlin Owen, #1 fan. I'll say that. Leaguie, please say something posh again. No. Why? Why would I? Sorry, I was gonna mute myself. Bye. Well, that was quite something. I quite enjoyed that. I have a question, and this is one for possibly Indigenous people in the chat, but probably also just people who are maybe more familiar with Indigenous culture than I am. The word deadly was used a lot there, and obviously, like you look at things like deadly choices. Is it a foundation, a charity? Obviously, it's a word that has a lot of connotations with the Indigenous community. Why? Why is that? Where did it come from? Because in the English language, we often use negative words to mean positive things. Like when I say that's sick, right? Sick's obviously not a good word, but like I mean it in a good way. So it's a bit like that. But it's an interesting thing to use as like a praise word. So is sick. But you know what I mean? You know what I mean? Thank you for following, Binks. Much appreciated. Did Leaguie Sir says the Leaguie liked my Instagram comment? I did. Whilst that was happening, I did. That's true. That was a good Instagram comment. I can already feel my heart, by the way, just like pumping like significantly harder. And it's not because I'm about to see a good game. It's because I'm about to consume, well, my second 1.25 liters of Pepsi Max in the last few hours. Since basically, I've done it and I've just sat in this chair. Whoa. I feel palpitations. I probably better not. I'm going to anyway because it's good content, but probably better not. Legman, you didn't play the Roosters theme even though they won. Can you play it now? It's not as if anyone here actually cares about the Broncos anyway, like Waz recently winning. You know what? Very, very true. Hope you enjoyed. I'll let you know when they kick off on my screen so you can sync up with me. You guys are writing off the Broncos way, way more than they should be written off. Again, I'm with you. I've tipped the Waz, but you're writing off the Broncos more so. More so. Are you going to be able to sleep tonight? I often drink Pepsi Max before going to bed because I drink it when I'm streaming. So, yeah, won't struggle. There is kickoff at Suncorp Stadium. And, jeez, immediately doesn't really go right on the kick return. Anderson does hit it up himself. If Waz win by enough, they go up to second. How much is enough? It was quite a lot, wasn't it? I've still got Caitlin Owen on my screen. I don't want to get rid of Caitlin Owen on the screen now. It feels appropriate. I've got used to having Caitlin Owen just watching me. Broncos in the opening set of this game. Here we go. I don't show the gameplay. No, Edge. I don't want to be arrested and fined. So, no. Won't be doing that. 45 plus? I mean, that would be best case scenario, really, for the Waz. I don't think that will happen, but it's not impossible. 40-second delay isn't too bad for TV. That's a fair delay. It's a fair delay, but I can't control it, unfortunately. As I say, it would only be like maybe, I'm going to guess like 30. By the time it's actually got to the app on my iPad. But it takes time to go through my systems and up to YouTube and everything like that. Especially actually for a free-to-air TV. That's even better. No, it's not on free-to-air TV. No, not this game. Is it? It shouldn't be. It's a Saturday game. Although I do know that they take some Saturday games. So maybe this is one of them. Yes, sorry, it is. It is on free-to-air TV. That's my mistake. All right, kick high up in the air. Underneath it, good catch from Josiah Karapani, who's tackled there by future Bronco, Mitch Barnett. I think Waz by 32-ish, honestly. Don't mind the pick. Kevy's the sideline reporter. I like Kevy as a sideline reporter. I don't like him as a commentator at all, but I don't mind him as a sideline reporter. Thoughts on the Tigers v Dragons game tomorrow are going to be an absolute, like, box office poo-slinging match. I think it's going to be entertaining. Absolute prime Sunday afternoon game, by the way. Haas hitting it up now. Tackled by Leitawa, Laban, and Barnett. So this will be the last now. Walters finds Tom Duffy, puts it high up in the air. Underneath it will be Charles Nickel Cookside. Broncos fan to the chat. I mean, I think this is an obvious question now, but given that Broncos have signed Pezzett for next season, I mean, I don't think Pezzett does start over Tom Duffy. I think Duffy's done enough. Which is funny, I was on Bloke in a Bar at the start of the year saying I feel a bit bad for Tom Duffy because he's just gone to Brisbane and immediately Pezzett, is going to come in and sort of take that position from him after just a year. But that's definitely not the way that it's going to play out here. Egan out of dummy half. Saturday 7:30 games are on 9 for the rest of the year. Okay, cool. Nice. Don't diss my boy Kevin Walters. I will. He's a very, very bad communicator. Very bad communicator. Yes, SV, I did hear about DC going off to Hull, obviously. I'm kind of curious why so many people seem to care so much about it. It seemed kind of clear that he was, either going to retire or go Super League. He's gone Super League. Happy for him. I don't really have much more to say about it. Why are you shaking the bottle? Because I defizz Pepsi. Tastes better that way. Mariner tackled there by Metcalf and Leitawa up to the 20 on the third. Ma'am. We'll find Karapani. Tackled there by a couple of big front rowers there for the Wires. Trent Barrett jump scare there. I like it. Oh, Walters was shaping the early kick. Does get an offload. Walsh will put in an early kick. Former New Zealand Warrior. We spoke earlier today about how different rugby league history could be if James Tedesco had honored his contract with the Canberra Raiders. What if Reece Walsh had stayed loyal to the Wires? What if? Flat soda is so bad. Most flat soda is bad. Pepsi Max flat is the most glorious drink of all time. So, Super League is the rugby league retirement village? No, not really. There's a hell of a lot of young talent coming through in the Super League. We just don't know it. All right, Barnett will get tackled there. Good news, Bill Cosby is completely blind there. Sorry, completely blind now? Hell yes. But Bill Cosby hasn't because he's completely blind now. Underneath it, Laban went up for it, doesn't come away with it. It's going to be Broncos ball. Wyatt Raymond, who's easily, I think, the biggest hunk of a referee that we have currently in the NRL, ruling that one. Bink says, why can't you show the game? I want to watch because I am not Channel 9 or Fox League, and I have not paid $1 billion in order to get the licensing. This is actually another thing, right? That's interesting. So, I've explained, obviously, a whole lot of things about this with, like, licensing and all this, and how it's interesting that people just think I can. But if it was legal for anyone to show the game, why wouldn't these people have access to the game? Do you know what I mean? Dallin underneath it. Why don't they show the game if they can? Hits it up here, Dallin. It was a nice little attacking raid by the Brisbane Broncos, but Warriors do survive it. Ziggy's the biggest hunk. I think the moustache is doing some heavy lifting there. I'm giving it to Wyatt. You were there, Watson, when we both remarked, we were at GIO Stadium, we remarked how big of a man Wyatt Raymond is. How much smaller is Super League compared to NRL? In terms of like viewership audience, it would be a third of what the NRL is probably. But yeah. All good, SV. You or anyone else do not have any responsibility to apologize for not watching my content. That's alright. Played there by Halasima. Egan with it. Metcalf puts it high up in the air. Underneath it, it's going to be Reece Walsh. Camperera half went up for it. It's not backed by the Broncos, and they do come away with it. What's the ruling going to be? No, it's going to be Waz ball. Probably a better thing for me if the Broncos do win this game. It would be, actually. Definitely. It would make the Roosters significantly more likely to get a home final. But I just can't bring myself to want the Broncos to beat the Warriors. Yeah. Even for the good of the Roosters, I just can't bring myself to be going for Brisbane in this game. Tiger says, do you think NRL is the biggest sport in Australia? I do. I really do. Back to fight Chanel Harris-Savita, now in the hands of Olofiana Camporeira. The only thing that they have over us is crowds. Our viewership trounces theirs. Per game, they have some bigger viewers. In individual matches, they have bigger viewers. Their highest viewed games are more viewed than our most viewed games. But on average, we destroy them. And always have. Look at social media followings of things like Fox League versus Fox Footy or the NRL versus the AFL. We are well bigger. Clark Dummies goes himself. Yeah, Mario, I mean, I'm judging it based on, like, interest. I think interest in Super League, like, audience size would be about a third of the NRL. But if we're talking about teams, then yes, 14 teams. Egan finds Jacob Taliban, and it's easy as you like. That is soft as anything. Was hit first. That's not a long enough soundbite. I want to play the rest of it. No. Well, the thing is, it's too long. Can I skip through it? I want to hear it. Here we go. It's just too long to play that entire thing. But anyway. Should Union replace AFL? What does that even mean, Dean? What do you mean? What are we chatting about here? Come on. Did Leaguie says Fassifan Bombers defeated Goodner Eagles 58-6. Doubles to Nick Merlahan and Joel Carr, with former one-time Rabbitohs player and Jets veteran Nathaniel Neal also scoring. That's good stuff. That's good stuff. I wonder what Caitlin Owen thinks about that situation. Neckman, I want 15 times for feed up. Sure thing. Hope you enjoyed. Thanks for watching. Like, subscribe, and I will talk to you later. Bye. Goal, Lukey Met. No, he's missed. It's not a goal, Lukey Met. My bad. I just kind of risked everything that he would get that goal. I thought he was going to. Missed, Lukey Met. 4 points to 0. I heard that in the background. I thought I had schizophrenia. You're gonna close your eyes tonight, and as you're falling asleep, you're just gonna hear. Hey, Leaguie, someone just redeemed the thing.
Lorenzo Gariborn just redeemed Pepsi Max Sip.
That's all good to Leaguie, swear, no stress. Chills, literal chills. You just would. You just would. You really would. Okay, 10 minutes gone. Waz lead by 4. Chanel Harris-Savita, good catch there. On to James Fisher Harris, the alpha. Him versus Payne Haas is going to be a hell of a clash in this one. Metcalves are a sporting family. I remember hearing about this. I remember hearing about his parents. What did his parents do? You should make echoing for feeder a redeemable thingy. That's actually a really good idea. I should do that. I'm definitely going to forget to do that. But anyway. Who's kicker? The goal kicker was Lukey Metcalf. League, you're not giving the Warriors enough absolute ass-kissing praise. Why do you hate the Waz so much, bro? Why'd you hate the Waz, bro? Why'd you hate the Waz, bro? Bro, why'd you hate the Waz? Why'd you hate the Waz, bro? What the Waz do to you? Why'd you hate the Waz, bro? Yep. That's the ball knowledge from yourself, Lily. Wait, as in... is it Connor Metcalf? The one that scored the goal in the World Cup? Is that really Luke Metcalf's brother? That's crazy. If so, I didn't know that. Alright, hit up there from Grant Anderson. Forced backwards nicely there by the Waz. Plays it, the former Melbourne Storm player. As Stags now takes a run. That's very cool. If so. Run there from Tom Duffy. So he gets tackled on The 5th, it's going to be Reece Walsh kicking it on the last. Hits it long, hits it true. Right down the gullet of Charles Cook. So they'll not get it to about the 40. In fact, over the 40. That's a field position win for the Waz. Oh, you're just guessing? Okay, well, unlikely to be true. Oh yeah, it is different spelling as well, actually. Sorry, I should have realized that. Binks, I'm not having you saying Lily shut up. It's not nice. Any more of that, I'll time you out. To Lily or to anyone. Clark, nice no-look short ball there to find Mitch Bunny. He was looking at the back. That was a bit of deception there from the big ball playing forward. Egan gets it to find Metcalf, whose brother is not a Socceroo. Goes up for it, Karapani there. It's going to be a penalty. It was initially, he did the signal towards the Broncos, and I was like, really? I thought Dallin was run off the ball. It's going to be a penalty-wise for an escort. Not a goal. Penalty. I keep going to press the wrong buttons because the crowd is largely Waz. So I'm like, oh yeah, Waz are the home team. Nope. Well, first, Biggs, Lily's a girl, but no, that's banter. That's banter, and banter is fine. What I would not say is good is, what was it? Lily shut up or something? So, yeah. Yeah, Lily shut up. Not having it. Alright, Waz are looking very good here on the second. Egan's in a dummy half.
Hey, Leaguie,
Metcalf with a rushing defense. They might have an opportunity here. Step back inside.
Change the background color. Let's get some light blue going for FS Micronesia. Micronesia emoji.
Filthy. What an upset so far. This is the predicted outcome by most. Was it light blue? Yeah, sorry. I'll try to specifically land on light blue. Lily, I'm going to be honest with you, and I think the reason why people are having a go at you is because girl. I think deep down a lot of it is because girl. But I want you to know you are 100% welcome here. I will do everything to make you welcome here. 10% of my audience are women. And I do not want my chat to become a boys' club, so stick with it. Who got the try? Chanel Hayes-Tavita. Chanel Hayes-Tavita. But it's also not true that everyone else is attacking you. Very few people are. Just some are. Something else. Oh, EB says, are you retiring the suit? Absolutely not. In fact, I'm upgrading the suit. I just forgot the suit in Sydney. So, it's the hoodie for the time being. That was beautiful from Chanel. That was wonderful stepping from him. We'll be talking about Samoa's house for the World Cup at the end of the year. We're talking about Luai. We're talking about Stephen Crichton. Chanel deserves a spot. I think he'll push Crichton out to the centres. Try confirm. Looking met to convert. Put them 10 points ahead after only 14 minutes. This is the kind of comprehensive, just fundamental performance that you would expect from a team sitting in third place right now. Goal, 10 points to 0. You reckon, like, given obviously his history as the coach of this club only a few years ago, that your boy Kevin Walters is like, he's resisting the urge to yell out stuff to the Broncos defenders? You reckon? You reckon? Lily sounds like a cool person. She does, for sure. I'll give you that. But at the end of the day, when push comes to shove, I would still maintain and make the argument that as good as Lily is, fundamentally speaking, she simply is no Caitlin Owen. She's just not. She's just not a Caitlin Owen. That, like, there are levels to this game, and Lily's not bad at it, but she's no Caitlin Owen. Just that we tend to have memes in like each individual stream. We had the birth of the Bosnia and Herzegovina emoji thing. I think today is the birth of the Caitlin Owen meme. Anyway, Clark hitting it up. He gets in a dummy half here. Now, Shania Harris-Savita, the try scorer, will put boot to ball with 24 minutes to go in this first half. I mean, I can't argue with that, leg man, and nor should you, because it's not a contest. It's not debatable. It's not debatable. Jack says, I feel like Caitlin Owen was staring into my soul. She is. Wait, Caitlin Owen's a day younger than you? Is she? No. She's 3 October 2000. I'm 10 October 2002. Close, but no. All right, 6 more there for the Brisbane Broncos. They get a win. They get a little win. I don't even know what that means, Lorenzo, so I'm not going to ask. I'm not going to ask. We'll leave that at that. Caitlin Owen or Bosnia? In this stream, Caitlin Owen. Although I would die for Bosnia and I wouldn't die for Caitlin Owen, so. Walters in a dummy half. Now in the hands of Reece Walsh. Digs into the line, gets a pass away. Close there, Willison. Walsh calling in his outside men. 1 more to go here in this set. He's just going to go himself. That's not the play. Does get an offload away. Man puts it through. It's been definitely played out by Leitauer there. It's going to be 6 more Brisbane Bonko. Brisbane Bonko, 6 more tackle. I think it was forward as well, Watson. I agree. Reece Walsh is down. Oh, and he is down for the count. He's grabbing the Warriors defender there. He's in some serious pain. Lorenzo just says, thanks, Leaguie. Okay. Okay, all good. Awkward twist from Chance. Very awkward twist from Chance. Yeah, this could be a hip drop. This could be a bad hip drop tackle. Chance could be gone here. He well and truly could. We're going a bit early on the yellow square emojis, but we'll see. Lecker should play for New Zealand. Last year he was playing 18th man for Tonga. I think we'll get more minutes for the Kiwis. I hope he plays for Tonga. They're going to call him out. They're going to call him out. $10 in the bin for Chance. He wasn't happy about it, but this game just got very interesting. Excuse me. It's a BIN for CNK. That it is. That it is. Chance Cookside heads off to the sin bin. Broncos right on the Warriors line. If they can pick off an early try here, game on. Walsh has stretched himself up. Jeez, he is hobbling. He surely couldn't continue. Yeah, no, he's going to come off the field. So, who plays fullback now? They've got Shibasaki, who will surely come onto the field. I don't think he's a fullback. Grant Anderson, can he do it?
Well, that's why you get the big bucks, baby. That's why you get the big bucks.
Bin dance party take 2. Yellow square emoji. Yellow square emoji. Yellow square emoji. Yellow square emoji. Green square emoji. Yellow square emoji.
Love it.
Less than 3.
Less than 3. Less than 3. They're attacking here on the second here. Walters gets it to Mam at the back. Duffy. Walsh. Walsh is continuing. Intercept. Intercept. Good. Rugby League. Bye. And when it goes your way, it goes your way. And despite having a player in the bin, pick 6 AKP. I thought for sure Walsh wouldn't be continuing. And he is still hobbling here. Yeah, that's poor. That's poor. Bonnie, please don't spam. Thank you. Have a look at that. In full flight AKP. He didn't hit the ground running, certainly at the Warriors, the way that I expected him to. But he has now. And it just feels right. It just feels right. I'm assuming Bonnie hasn't got my message yet. If, well, I mean, no, to be honest, frankly, that is just spamming. So I Oh, well, actually, unfortunately, time Bonnie out. That's beyond warning. Brilliant pass. Lofty too fast for the NRL is very, very fast. He's very, very fast. Underrated in terms of speed. Like, you know, we talk about the Saabs, we talk about the Colas. He's up there. Pure vibe thing as well, but I feel like he scores 50% of his tries at Suncorp Stadium. Pure vibe, but I reckon it's true. My dad isn't fully sure, but he thinks it's a syndesmosis. I don't know how to spell it. And if it's proper, it's the rest of the season, and he may need a screw. Yep. I mean, don't we all? That's an out-of-pocket joke. That's a Saturday, 5 hours into the stream kind of joke from myself. But yeah, it could well be a syndesmosis. Sorry. That's, yeah. Another reason why I'll never be employed as an NRL commentator. Okay. Anyway. Metcalf to convert. The intercept try from AKP. It's an unorthodox one, but it works. No, has he hurt himself? He's hurt himself. He's hurt himself kicking it. He's hurt himself kicking it. His head's in his hands. Oh, no. No, the hamstring. Oh, but oh, no. Immediately grabbed it. He knew. Has he come off? Yes, he's come off. Oh. Met no calf is crazy. Oh my god, that's brilliant. Oh. Damn. EB earlier said, I bet you're celebrating Billy stepping down. I am. I mean, it obviously depends who comes in instead of him, but I think he was a good coach. Leaguie says, I mean, it's not like you made a 9/11 joke or you called a player a molester, although you also do those things. I do, and hope at the pervert, of course. But you know. Anyway. How many halfbacks can the Warriors lose in a season? They're going to be pushing it. Walsh has come off. Shibasaki will come on. Metcalf off to our peaky odds. So that's interesting. Is Chan's going to play 6? We saw him play 6 for the Kiwis last year. My heart's broken for Metcalf. We need him for the Dragons. It might be the next game he plays. Oh. Egan down. Gets to his feet. Yeah, probably will go for a HIA. Thank you, Dean.
Up the Perth Bears. Good stream, bad injury. This will ruin the tour.
Ruin the tour? Not sure what you mean by ruin the tour, but yeah, that is really devastating for Leaguie Met. Why are you laughing so much? What happened? I made a joke that I was quite proud of. Yeah, no, what happened was very sad. The Metcalf injury. Sorry, Leaguie, can't really talk. All good, no stress. Again, no need to apologize. Nearly through there was Dean Mariner. Got an offload away, potentially off the ground. Anyway, Stags has just jumped over. Yeah, and it's going to be a penalty, Warriors, for passing off the ground. I have to agree with that call. They really just haven't been able to manage it here, the Brisbane Broncos. Oh, Justin Timberlake, this will ruin the tour. That I do know. I do know that reference. Sorry. Leaguie didn't swear. Says, also, Cowboys lost because of that. Rabbitohs are now guaranteed to make the 8 almost 100%. Damn. But, to be honest, they deserve it. They've won 2 losable games in recent. Should have really beaten Parramatta, but the game against the Bulldogs was good for them. It's that points differential. Damn. Can we hear the game? Nope. That's also copyrighted material. So, again, Binks, like, I'm going to be honest with you, and I'm going to say something that most content creators wouldn't say. If you want to go find someone who is showing the game, there will be people who are showing the game, and I'm not that, and I don't really commentate very much, so I'm probably not the streamer for you to be watching. If you go on YouTube, look up BKR Sports, he does commentary that probably might tell you more about what's going on in the game. I tend to talk about all sorts of random things, so yeah. Alright, kick from Chanel Harris-Savita. It bananas across field. Good catch from Jacob Laban, but he's going to get tackled there. When NRL expands, will they do a top 10 like AFL? I don't think they'll be able to resist having more finals games, so yes. Yes. Will, I really don't like reaction content, so I wouldn't do that, unfortunately. BKR Sports is kind of mean, though, and takes jokes a lot worse than you do. I can't comment. I don't watch his streams because I'm always doing my own. But I do know him. I've worked with him before. He's a nice guy, certainly, to me. But anyway. Reece Walsh ruled out. Is he? There we go. I mean, I'm not surprised. I don't know why. It sounded a surprise there. It seemed quite clear. As we realized earlier, it could be a syndesmosis injury and he needs a screw. Shout out Lily. That pass has gone forward. It's not happening. It's not happening for the Brisbane Broncos today. It really isn't happening. 62 viewers on YouTube? Really? That is a lot. Normally, I intentionally don't look at how many viewers I have on YouTube. But hello, everybody. Hope you're well. Hope the kids are nice. How's the uncle gone? Been a while since I spoke to you about your uncle. Your uncle gone good. Good to hear. Hope you're enjoying this game of rugby league football. The two that we had earlier today were absolutely brilliant. This one's shaping up to be probably more of a Waz avalanche, an avalanche, so to speak. But anyway, that has its own appeal. Certainly. Nothing like watching the Brisbane Broncos get absolutely catastrophically beaten on as the Waz get a penalty there for a high tackle. Shots on Sharks' performance today, it wasn't good. Certainly wasn't good. Nico said after the game, they should have won that game. They really should have won that game. Up against the Raiders team with nothing to play for. Yeah. They started well, I thought, and got a lot of the fundamentals right, but just never got control of that game. Look at the brains trust there for the Waz. It was Chanel, it was Torpiki, and it was Egan all coming out with a game plan. I like that. I have a feeling Billy's gearing up to go to the Storm or Broncos, or maybe Southern Orcas. I reckon Storm. If Broncos have a poor season next year, that job will probably be available up there at Brisbane. So, oh, hang on, I've got a knock on my door. Okay, they're going to take the 2 here, the Waz. I need to disappear for a few minutes. I need to go pick something up very, very quickly. I'm going to watch him kick this goal. And then I'll be back in like 2 minutes. Do the sin bin dance? That's not a thing. Sin bin dance ain't a thing. Sin bin dance ain't ever been a thing. Converted. Well, not converted. Kicked. 18 points to 0 it is. I will give you guys chair content for a couple minutes. Get excited. Bye.
That's why you get the big bucks, baby. That's why you get the big bucks.
Chair is offensive to beds.
Hello. I got sprayed by a water gun. I went upstairs. I got sprayed by a water gun. And now I'm here again. Okay. Right, we're back. 18 points to nil. Player is not in the sin bin anymore. Jalen Owen's brilliant, by the way. Shout out Caitlin Owen again. Metcalf has ice on the hamstring. That's not what you want to see. That is not what you want to see. All right, Payne Haas hits it up through the middle. Plays it there. Billy Walters now in the hands of Duffy. Kick from Ezra Mam, and Torpiki is back with it.
That's why you get the big
All our sevens get injured. It's Jet Cleary time.
I mean, that would be a generational play coming into the finals. Did you get pranked? No, I didn't get pranked. We're doing a team bonding event called Assassins, where everyone has a name to kill of another member of the team. Like, this is my little envelope. It says, well, you can't see it. It says Dylan. Which person was it going to kill? Okay, whatever. You don't know who it is. Excuse me. And we are killing each other with water guns. And I literally went upstairs to pick up my gun. And by the time I walked back to my room, which was literally just one level down, the person who had to kill me was literally waiting outside of my room. So, yeah, not ideal. Anyway, bro is wet. Bro is very, very wet. Alright, Walters. Now in the hands of Duffy. Oh, there's a hit and a half by Chanel Harris Tavita. Walters. Carrigan. Holy. Been through the absolute ringer. Mam hitting it up. Okay. That was really good work there from the Broncos. It's going to be a knock-on as well, so they get an opportunity. Yeah, that's a poor error from Ali Leitawa.
That's why you get the big bucks, baby.
Thank you, Dean. Sorry, I need to send a very important message right now.
Leaguie, congrats on your first successful shower today.
I mean, you're actually not wrong. You're actually not wrong. That's true. That is true. Alright, ma'am. Knock on by Shibasaki. Knock on by Shibasaki. It's just not going their way, is it? Just not going their way. Stop messaging the Huz. I'm not messaging the Huz. I'm messaging the game organizers to let them know that I was shot. Shot by two different people. One of them just wanted to do it for the love of the game. The other one actually was going to kill me. Okay. Sorry. I was not expecting to be shot by two people with water guns when I left my room. Where did you go? Up to the kitchen in my building. Leaguie, how are you, bro? Wet. Damp. But good. Leaguie reckon Waz Pars, Raz, we are not called the Raz, but sure. Up the Ra has a whole other connotation. So, and Dilfs is also a different connotations, but anyway, we'll go with it. Start resting players during the last 3 weeks? No. Not when there's a home final to play for. Not when there's a home final to play for. Maybe on the very, very last round, but... Jet Cleary genuinely starting at halfback next week is... So Tomato Man's injured. Is that like the rest of the season injured? At least the suit didn't get wet. You're not wrong. It's true. And this jacket, this hoodie is definitely wet. You just can't really see it very much because it's a dark color anyway. So, breaking news, Dylan Joggery shot on the ANU campus. Yep. Technically true. Technically true. Stag's hitting it up. Tackled there. 20 out from his own line. 5 minutes left in this first half. I put on jeans to go upstairs, and they are very, very warm, and I don't want to keep wearing them. But I'm also not going to just take off my pants right here, right now, so I'm going to wait till halftime. What about Metcalf? Metcalf did his hammy while kicking a conversion, unfortunately, NRL hit, so not ideal. Carrigan finds Duffy. Now Shibasaki up over the 40. Yeah, it's very, very rough for Leaguie Met. All right, Camperera returning the ball there. Plays it. Chanel Harris-Savita finds Dallin Watene-Zlesniak. Laban. Now, this takes a few Broncos to put him down. He was stepping around the middle of the field there wonderfully. NRL says, Dan, can't lie, I've been very busy and haven't watched the footy. No excuses. Absolutely zero excuses for you there. No excuses whatsoever. All right. Letawa finds Torpiki. Dummies. Goes himself. There was a half hole for him to hit there, but worked out. Chanel Harris-Savita puts it high up in the air. Underneath, it's going to be Mariner who takes it nicely there. There's a Bronco down in back play. It's Stags who's grabbing at his ankle. He's hobbling a little bit, but he seems to be okay. Something else you and Charlie Kirk have in common then? Yeah, it's not a hot field, I'll be honest, but yes, we have both technically been shot. I wonder if you're the first person, Sir George Dragons fan, to say Kiora. I mean, senora is not a word. It's senora, not seniora, but anyway, I mean, it is what it is. I don't know if I've heard this background song before. I'm a big fan of it, and judging by what I'm looking at in my monitor over here, Caitlin Owen, also an enthusiast. Played there. Walters finds Duffy to kick from inside the 40. No thought of a 40-20. This is going to go underneath on the fall to find Alofiana Camperera. It's just been Warriors shutting them out, really. This is a top 4 team, top 3 team against a side that is literally sitting bottom of the ladder. Or second last, but yeah. Shot specifically on the tertiary education campus, also true. All right, back here to find Tain Torpiki. He's got space, doesn't make the most of it. Caitlin Owen is one of 4 Broncos who made their debuts in round 1, along with Remy Hinksman, Harlem Walker, and absolute Georgia Bartlett. Harlem Walker is an insane name. Imagine just going to Harlem, walking around and being like, yeah, I'm the Harlem Walker. It's no big deal. It's fine. No stress. All good. Have you watched Brand New Day? To be fair, who hasn't at this point? I have, and I liked it. Penalty-wise, surely they take the 2 here. 2 minutes left. Get out to 20-0 at halftime, in my opinion. I'm taking the 2 there if I'm the Wise. Breaking Axe Perth Bears center Dylan the Leaguie Jogger was shot a few minutes ago and is now very wet. True. Tragic. Really. I should have clicked that. That should have made the rewind. Yeah, they should take the 2, and they will. When did I get back? About 35th minute. I have to screen record that. God, I've got work to do later tonight. Oh, Jesus. I'm not going to be relaxing. Surely they take the 2 here and do another hammy? True. Actually, you don't want to be Chanel Harris-Savita's hammy right now. You do not. Hey, Leaguie, someone just redeemed a thing. I'm tired,
Lorenzo
boss.
Terrebonne just redeemed Pepsi Max Sip.
I don't want to drink more Pepsi Max, okay? And that's, you know, I've never said that in my life before, but we're getting deep here. My friend who was kind of obsessed with Reece Walsh is at the game. Let's just say she's not happy with what happened. Understandably. Understandably. He converts this one, Chanel Harris-Savita. Again, I say the word converts when it's a penalty goal. I'm sorry. I do apologize. It's not a conversion. He's converted the penalty, I guess you could say. So you know what? Nah, stuff it. I'm correct. You're wrong. No, none of you said, disputed it. But still. 20-0. Grim. Reckless Ollie says, pick one player at RL26 and I'll send you their face texture in DMs. Okay, Winston Neville. I want Winston Neville's face texture in my DMs. That's gonna go so hard out of context. Oh no. I'm praying for the Leaguie as you should. I was just killed. I was literally just killed. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Is it going to be a penalty wise? No, that'll be half time. 20 rugby league points to now. Holy guacamole, boys. Crazy times. How are the Waz winning with no Haas? I mean, they've got Chanel. They got Chanel. But anyway, they got Chanel. But it is still very impressive. 20-0 at halftime. I'm going to get changed out of my jeans because I don't like live streaming in jeans. It's way, way too warm. You'll get some chair content for just a sec. But damn. Oh, the music's a bit louder than it's supposed to be. I turned it up earlier. There we go. Back in a sec. Okay. No, we're here. I'm alive. So earlier in the week, I often dedicate myself to like having like a rest day every now and then because I don't really have weekends, so to speak. My weekends are spent literally doing this. Is I work more on the weekends than I would on the weekday. So and on the weekdays I have uni. So I dedicate rest days, and I've had about 3 days in a row now, and I always do this where it's like, okay, Tuesday's going to be my rest day. Then Tuesday comes along, and I've got a few things to do on Tuesday. End up doing those things. That's all right. Wednesday. I'll postpone it to Wednesday. Wednesday, there's just a couple of things going on. 1 or 2. You know how it gets. You know how it is. And then it's like, okay, we're going to put it towards Thursday. Thursday, you get up a little bit late. You get the opportunity to sleep in a tad. And then before you know it, you've just done a couple of things around the house that you just got to get underway. Then you can relax. And then, oh my God, half an hour I'm streaming. Then, same story Friday. Now Saturday all day I'm streaming. And I'm like, okay, maybe tomorrow I can rest. But tomorrow I'm also streaming for 4 hours. And I'm going to make a video after that. Not going to lie. Bit overdue. Bit overdue. It's okay. Like Tuesday maybe I'll rest. Because Monday I'm going on 0 tackle again. Tuesday I'll rest. I'm here. I can do it. I can be entertaining. While being 42% mentally present. That's the best kind of situation to be in anyway. That's the best kind of situation to be in anyway. Now we're here. We're here. Show us the jeans that you aren't wearing. Nah, I'm good. It's fine. No stress. Sent it, show the stream is actually insane. Okay. I've got nothing better to do. Sure. Oh, okay, I've seen the face texture. I don't like it at all. I don't think I'm gonna show that, Ollie. That's gross. That's actually disgusting. I'm not gonna put that up. I'm sorry. It's so weird. You can put it in the Discord if you want, if people want to go find it. Ugh. Leaguie, I saw your undies. What was that brownish yellow spot? I don't know, but my undies are not brownish yellow. Oh. Sorry. I've just caught what you're saying. I don't think you did. Show it? I'm not showing it. Not showing it. The Simpsons sequel will involve baseball to some degree. Will it? What makes you think that? What was the dono count for last night's stream? About 90-ish. I think it might have just gone past 100. So, yeah. I've been asked what my last words were when I was shot and killed out in the hall earlier tonight, and I'm trying to think of good ones. Good last words. I think what I said is don't get your chickens before they've hatched. If Rugby League got a Space Jam movie, who will be the guy? I'd say Nathan Cleary. I reckon Reece Walsh would be probably like equally marketable though. That's the thing. Excuse me. Alright. Should we do some 27-0? We haven't done any of that today, and I feel that it's sort of customary at this point to try and throw the results of defecation at a wall until it inevitably sticks. Although I use the word inevitably there very much in the sense of hope rather than actual provable results, because frankly, actual provable results when it comes to this game are in very, very short rugby league supply. But we'll do it. SJ in his prime would be a great Space Jam. Also true. Also true would be a great Space Jam. Tabalolo, good start. Very good start. Roosters 2000, Minicello or Fittler. I'll take Fittler at lock. 92 over 90. Cowboys 14. Okay, this is special. This is as good a start as you could really ask for. This is a really good start. Sharks 13. Okay. We're feeling good here. You mean like a storm or something? Tigers 02. Well, it's going to be Benji and Thurston in the halves again. Oh, no. 02. No, sorry. Of course not. Ew. Okay. Not really many screaming out at me, but I'm going to use Luke O'Donnell. Although it was only 85, I don't want to use the reroll on an 85. Broncos 2012. Okay. We got a fullback sorted. Am I tripping? Wait, was Lockyer not playing in 2012, or did he retire in 2011? Damn, that sucks. I thought Lockyer was playing in 2012. Well, Darbs on the wing. It's still very good. It's Oblix Telfer. If Oblix Telfer scores a hat-trick, will you swear? Yes, I will. Yes, for sure. Lockyer retired in 11. Sad. Did you see the Matt's video of the Panthers in 2028? No. I don't actually get recommended their content much. Oh, that's a halves pairing. That's a halves pairing. Para 2000. Nathan Hindmarsh back row. This so far is the best team I've ever had. This is the best team I've ever had. So far. Cronulla 2019. Josh Morris in the centers will be fine. We can't pick Andrew Fafita. Okay. Yep, no, it's alright. J. Moss in the centers. Raiders 1998. Mullins on the wing. Yes. I was a little bit like, oh, I don't know. Storm 2012. You take Cam Smith. You take Cam Smith over Billy Slater. I mean, this is bloody good. If we were able to get an English somewhere there, Titans 2020 is not what you want, but we have the reroll. Arrow. That would have been good. If I'd used the reroll on O'Donnell, well, I don't know. It might have been different, but could have used maybe Arrow there in the back row. Got to reroll that. Sharks 98. ET. ET is good. ET is good. The fullback. Okay, I mean, you could do a lot worse than Preston Campbell. You could certainly do a lot better, but that's fine. I don't think this is going to be the one, unfortunately. Ah! 22-2. 24-3. Ah! I'm not annoyed. I'm not frustrated. It's fine. I'm so fine. No, we're actually heaps good. There's no stress. No stress. No stress at all. Leaguie, I got a 92 team 3 times in a row and a 93 team once, and I've never come 27-0. I didn't even think 93 as a team was possible. Manly 17. I kind of want to know the ratings of some of these players. Should we go? I'm going to pick the biggest meme players possible. Brian Kelly in the centers. Sure. Tigers 2011, Aaron Woods. That writes itself. Absolutely writes itself. Dragons 2020. We've got Paul Vaughan in here somewhere. Yeah, we do. Yeah, we do. Barbecues at Vaughnies. Hell yes. Parramatta Eels 2018. There are some players to pick here. There are some players to pick here. I think it's got to be Will Smith. I know it was up there before. I'm just making sure there's no one else. Yeah. Give me Will Smith. Slap at the Oscars. I'll have him. Newcastle 2026. I don't know really for meme players. Probably Greggy Marshu. Oh, Matt Croker, People's Champion. I'll pick Matt Croker, People's Champion. Northern Eagles 2000. Okay. I don't know if any of these guys have legacies that carry through long enough to really be... Oh, no. One does. One does. John Hopewadi does. One of the OG meme players. Newcastle 2026 again. Go with Big Greg. Go with Big Greg. He's a bit of a meme player at times. Manly 2020. Gajewski. Oh, Brad Parker. Hank Scorpio, for sure. Yeah, hands down. Hank Scorpio. Melbourne Storm 1999. Noddy Kamali. Noddy Kamali. Yeah. Yeah. Sydney Roosters 2024. Brandon Smith, the cheese. Yeah, Brandon Smith is absolutely a certified meme player. Newcastle Knights 2005. I don't know if I'd call him a meme, but Clint Newton, obviously, head of the RLPA. That's pretty funny. New Zealand Warriors 1998. Let's go with Stephen Kearney because he ended up being a coach. And lastly, Tigers 2017. It's between two. It's between Tedesco and Lola here. I think Lola here is a good enough meme player. Skip all 12-12. How did that team go 12-12? That makes no sense at all. Damn. Was it Beaver a part of the Northern Eagles? He was. But I think that... Who did I put in as the meme player for the Northern Eagles? Oh, John Albrighty. Yeah, John Albrighty is definitely more of a meme player. Definitely more of a meme player. Oh, Jay Arrow's there. That's nice. Leaguie, do you want to know the dupe glitch for recreational use? As in the GT Online one?
League, I didn't swear, just redeemed Pepsi Max sip.
Excuse me. Oh, the 27-0. Well, I guess you could tell me. I won't use it, but you can tell me. It's an Old Boys Day there for the Broncos. Imagine being 20-0 down on Old Boys Day. Damn, that's rough. That is very, very rough. You just... I mean, this game is obviously not going to be much of a contest. Unless Broncos can nab a couple of quick tries. But you wouldn't expect it to happen. Yeah, that's terrible signs for Reece Walsh. And it will have an impact on the Kangaroos at the back end of the season. I know a lot of people wouldn't have picked Walsh at the back, but Kevy Walters is the coach, and I do really think that Kevy Walters would have picked Reece Walsh at fullback for the Kangaroos. So, take the hoodie off. No, I'm not going to undress for you, you Herbert the pervert. Not going to. Milton Thaidays, the GOAT's cousin. There you go. I did not know that. Okay, Waz by 50. It's, I mean, of a 20-0 first half, it's not impossible. It's not impossible. All you have to do is set up a site that isn't the new tab, and then search 27-0's URL in the URL bar. And when you get a good team, press the back arrow and the forward arrow, change the year, and then you could dupe any players from that team if their positions weren't previously full. So, okay, you can absolutely cheese it. Well, I'm not going to, but thank you for explaining that. KV sees Reece as the hot son he never had. That's absolutely, like, violatory. That's not a word, but I'm making it a word. It's fine. To Billy Walters. That's crazy. Absolutely insane line of reasoning to take, but I 100% agree. And so does Caitlin Irwin, by the way. Probably. I don't know. I haven't asked her. Nor am I going to. Egan finds Chanel Harris-Tavita, puts it high up in the air. Underneath it, Dallin Watene is going to try and compete. No, it was a run that was obstructed by Josiah Karapani, and it is Grant Anderson who is playing that fullback role. I was trying to figure that out earlier. So there we go. Excuse me. All right, heap of worries involved in that tackle there, played by Karapati on for Dean Mariner. I think I'm going to clip up the funny moments from this stream and make it into a short tomorrow that's just completely out of context, but, like, funny. All right. Walters finds Duffy. Hits it hard, hits it true. Underneath it is going to be Alofiana Camperera returning the ball there. Doesn't quite have the physicality of most wingers, but my God, in space is brilliant. My Foxtel Go app has just died. After, like, every 2 hours, it will just die. It will just, like, yep, now you're looking at a black screen. Tragically. All that's literally left for me to look at right now on my displays is Caitlin Irwin. And, you know, the OBS and all that stuff, and chat, which I could read if I wanted to, but I don't want to, whoever wants to. Clock says 37-38. Played there by CNK. Trying to draw 6 again. There was Wade Egan. Got a nice offload away. Nickel Cookside hits it up to inside the 20. One more to go here in the set for the Waz. Egan finds Tane to Alpiki. Passes to Leitauer, and yeah, that wasn't really going to be going anywhere, unfortunately. So, I mean, I said that Brisbane can come back into this game with a couple of quick tries. We've had 3 minutes gone so far in the second half. They're down the wrong end of the field, obviously, but really, they've got the next 17 or so minutes before I write them off. Switch to 9 now. 9 now is even further behind. Like, way further behind. Actually, I'm going to test that. I haven't thought to do this before. I'm going to open 9 now on my laptop and see exactly how much further behind it is. It is a solid 20 seconds behind. 9 now is 20 seconds behind Foxtel Go. That is substantial. EB says, I think there's a case to get Wade Egan into the Kiwis. It says he has to spend 60 months in New Zealand. Wade signed in 2019 for the 2020 season. The 3 seasons spent in New Zealand wasn't on him. Oh, spent out of New Zealand wasn't on him. Well, no. I don't think so. I mean, if he gets Kiwi citizenship, sure, but if he doesn't get Kiwi citizenship, then no. But they don't need hookers anyway. They've got Phoenix Crossland. They've got Jeremy Marshall-King. I do really, really like Wade Egan, but I think, frankly, be competing with those two is not really clearly better than them. 6 more there for the Wires. So run there. They're appealing for a penalty, and they are going to get it as well. Look at Chanel Harris-Tavita's reaction to that, by the way. He loves it. So George Dragons fan says, you know, I had one question to ask Jai Arrow. I asked him this. Hey, Chizer, which former teammate of yours is most likely to get diarrhea after eating 10 bean burritos in 1 minute? He said Tom Burgess has done it before. Well, thank you for sharing that. That does seem like a very Jai Arrow thing to say. He's got a hell of a sense of humor on him. Jai Arrow. Oh, I've accidentally highlighted the V again. There we go. Not surprised. Not surprised. The RLWC posted him in a team of the week with both flags, so I think that indicates he's likely eligible. Well, there we go. I mean, I trust them. I trust them. What a question to ask the great Mayan. What would you ask? What would I ask? Jai Arrow. Probably get on the mic and say, are you related to Green Arrow, the DC superhero? I think that's worth knowing. So sorry to hear you went 23-4 pandemically. After playing 27-0 for the first time, I can confirm it's rigged. Yes, absolutely it's rigged. Absolutely it's rigged. Egan, at a dummy half, gets it to Jacob Laban, who's going to be over but held up. They're going to review it. I don't think that there's much doing here, but anyway. They're going to have a look. White's doing really well. They are. I spoke about the Sharks early on in their game of getting the fundamentals right. And obviously they didn't keep that up for a while, but the Warriors are keeping it up massively. I don't think that this is ever really going to be a try, but sure. Lily says, how did I lose 6 whole games with Teddy, Cam Smith, Andrew Johns, Greg Inglis, Paul Gallen, and more? Maybe I just don't know ball. I think you know ball. I think it's just random chances. Do we have a date for when the NRL are testing the kickoff rule? They've allocated a specific game, I think. I don't remember which game it was. Shania Harris-Savita puts it high up in the air. Up for it, Laban. In fact, it's going to be Shania Harris-Savita who comes down with it. It's actually Shania Harris-Savita. I meant Charles Cook said it was going to be one or the other. Hell of a try celebration. Warriors put 24 on the board. God damn. God damn. What a kick that was. What a kick that was. Just perfectly landed. And it was the two of them. I thought Laban had come down with it, but it was definitely Charles Cookstad. Hopefully they haven't knocked it on into each other. There's a bit to look at there. Watson says, OMG chance. It was a good take. It was a very, very good take. Let's see if he's got it cleanly. I think it's touched Laban, I think. It's touched Laban. But I think that it's come back off Laban to find chance. So Jules Dragons fan says, if I was to sell my channel, how much would it be worth? 3 camels, probably. How many camels are you worth? Look that up. I think I looked it up in high school, and I think I was worth 3 camels. Can't remember. Tries confirmed. all the fans, probs left at halftime. That stadium is just filled with WAS fans. I think it was mostly WAS fans to start with anyway, but yeah. What's the, so George Dragons fan, you'll know this. What, the, there's an actual phrase for the expression that Chan's pulled. It's the expression on the Warriors logo. I think I know what it is, but just in case I'm thinking of something else, I'm not going to say what it is, because I might be thinking of something else entirely. But it's got a name. Shadai Studio misses that conversion, says 24-0. Oh. That's the word I thought it was, to George Dragons fan. A hungy. That's what I thought it was. Hopefully this is just a grand final hangover year and Bronx are more competitive. Hopefully we don't get the spoon this year. I don't think you will get the spoon this year. Oh, it's the Pukana? Well, I said that very posh. Pukana. Pukana? So what's hungy? I thought it was hungy. That's the word I was thinking of. I think hungy might be a rude word from memory. So that's not good from myself. All right. Yeah, Will, I don't know why you keep asking that. Thoughts on Godzilla and Cars 1. Is there a link? I love Cars 1. Haven't seen many Godzilla movies, though. It was off backwards interchange, so would it be a tri-assist to Laban? It kind of depends how you count it. I know Fox count it where it's like it would be Chanel with the tri-assist. Some outlets will do literally just the last touch, but anyway. Hungy is food cooked underground. Okay. Why do I know that? And it's good that I know it. I don't know what it is. I've just heard the word, but it's curious. Anyway, whatever. Penalty there. Brisbane Broncos. And I say that with significant intensity. Bonko. Oh, great. Warriors are going to put in a challenge. Yeah, because you're not winning enough. Yeah, no, you're not winning enough. You just can't let the Broncos have one little thing, one little moment to go down the other end of the field and achieve something actually competent and meaningful with their lives. Got a challenge. Ha! Sorry. You know, pre-game, they put up the wrong color for the Warriors on the scoreboard. They've kept that color for the Captain's Challenge. It looks like a Broncos challenge, but it's not. It's a Warriors challenge. That's hilarious. It is, in fact, a Warriors challenge. Yeah, it's going to be an unsuccessful challenge there for Dawaz. All right. It would have been funny if Para slotted a field goal at the end, so both Para Cowboys games this year would have been 33-30. Would have been very, very funny. It's true. Quite amazing, though. There'd probably be a stat in that the two times that teams meet in a season, 33-30 and then also 31-30. That's kind of crazy. How else are the Whites supposed to win by at least 45 points to overtake Penrith? Sure. But at the same time, goddamn, have a little bit of mercy, bro. I mean, I know that it's the top level here. I know that it's the top level, but just one little something. They give away a penalty as well for a high tackle. I mean, I think when push comes to shove, at the end of the day, you know who wouldn't... You know who I think would be, I think, more of a sportsman about that situation? There's one name, and it is Caitlin Owen. It is Caitlin Owen. I think Caitlin Owen would probably be like, you know, we're not going to put in a challenge there. The leader that Caitlin Owen is, she'd make that bold call herself. And, yeah. And just let them have one. Just let them have one. One meaningful little thing in their lives. So last year it didn't happen. Last year was AI generated. I was there. I know. I saw ChatGPT and Claude going up for high balls. Okay, it was AI generated. You can't prove to me it wasn't there. The absence of evidence isn't the evidence of absence. Yeah, isn't the evidence of absence. Yes, that's correct. It was not correct, but anyway. Shibasaki, Does take a tackle there. Half an hour left in this one. This will be the last. They fries it out to find Duffy. They go up for it. I think it's been knocked back by the Warriors. Should be a dropout. Lecker is absolutely saying it was Broncos, but they are going to review it. If you look at the grand final photos, you can see the Gemini logo. Well, that's it. Yeah, I mean, that's exactly the thing, and I don't think many people have actually paid that much attention, but clearly true. Caitlin Owen is an icon. She is, and I wanted to sign for the Roosters now. Nay, I need her to sign for the Roosters now. I keep hearing Caitlin, and it's messing my brain up. Like, I go by K, and the only people who call me that is my dad and doctors, pretty much. Wires get back to the 20. I'm going to be honest. You've probably said this before, but I did not realize your name was Caitlin. I assumed it wasn't Watson. Like, sure. But your username's Watson. Caitlin Owen is such a niche joke now. I love it. But you want to add that to the Leaguie iceberg? Because it belongs there. I love that you're going to have the Leaguie iceberg, and just deep down in the absolute depths is going to be the name Caitlin Owen. Love it. Okay. All right. For the second time today, ladies and gentlemen, kick from Chanel Harris-Savita. Underneath it, oh, that's been knocked on by the Broncos. James Fisher-Harris gets it out wide to find Ali Leitawa, but they've got a full set ahead of them. Are they going to use it? Dallin goes for the corner. They're not going to need it. They're not going to need it. God is good at that. God is good at that. DWZ. Tell you what, they've played that well. I'm gonna play their full song. I want to hear it.
Just redeemed, change the background color.
Will do.
Bosnia and Yellow-Herzegovina, since we haven't shown enough respect to Bosnia-Herzegovina emoji today.
Look, we've shown a bit. Certainly shown a bit. But I won't disagree with you. What's going on? A hell of a good performance from the Waz. Let's just hear it. I want to hear it. I bet you want to hear it as well. It's that good. I really hope Caitlin Owen's okay with this situation. I can understand how it would be a little bit freaky. This is the real New Zealand Warriors theme song, by the way. And it slaps.
When the chips are down, you gotta be in the win, y'all. You won't believe the things that we can do, all of the things we do with our body. We do believe that we can still do more. It's just a matter of faith. Throwing up a headache that burn within like fire. Proving that one day I could have all my heart aside. So I worked hard, and now I'm here to do my best.
It's not mid, it's actually so good. It slaps. Up the Wise is better, but it's not official, Lily. And it gets copyrighted. What a put down from Dallin. Oh, sexy. That is a hell of a conversion. Oh, that was gorgeous. That was glorious. George wants me to stop the music. I don't answer to George. I love this song so much. Blame the Wires for making it long. It's not my fault. It's nearly over, I promise. It is a matter of faith.
It's just a matter of faith.
That's the thing. It's a matter of faith about the Warriors. And they're full of faith right now. I'll end it there. I'll end it there. Jack said that's insane how old the Fafita fit in with that song. Look, I'm going to put something out there, right? My initials are DJ. Okay? My initials are DJ. So, you know, there's some credentials to be meeting there. There is some qualifications when you're talking about mixing audio. Even live. Evidently. Walked. Brilliant. 16 more points for second place. With 25 minutes to go, you'd back him. You would back him. Chanel puts it up in the air. This is a statement from the Waz. Underneath it, Karapani takes it. Oh, and hit hard. They are doing everything right in this game, the New Zealand Warriors. They're doing everything so right that I think we should listen to their theme song. I'm kidding. It's all right. Sorry, no, but good. Your initials are actually DSSJ. Yeah, but I don't go by... Sorry, DSJJ. I don't go by Dylan Surge Jeremiah Jogru. I go by Dylan Jogru. Arrow Broncos, Warriors, full set in attack. Pandemically says, I'm a Brisbane fan. I could not be happier to see Penrith in third. Not true, actually. You're a Brisbane fan. Brisbane Broncos is the official scientific name of the team. So, yeah. All right. Rob says, the game stops, that song plays, and everyone starts to dance. I mean, why would you not want that? That's exactly what I mean. It's brilliant. It's pure vibes. Egan to find, I think that's Aramea Toava. It is. Now in the hands of CNK Leitawa. He'll go himself and he'll score. Ali Leitawa makes 30-34. Just in case you haven't heard that song recently. I said at the start of this game, right? From a Roosters perspective, I should desperately want the Broncos to pull off an upset here. But I just can't bring myself to want the Brisbane Broncos to beat the New Zealand Warriors. Ali Leitauer doesn't find Dallin in that instance, nor did he need to. Excuse me. Are you named after Bob Dylan, Serge Tankian, and Jeremiah Nane, respectively? No. I'm named after Bob Dylan. That's true. But I'm named after Serge Jogru, who is my grandfather, and Jeremiah... I don't know what his last name is. But it was one of my mum's a teacher, and my mum had a student that she really liked, and his name was Jeremiah. So, honestly, I think that it tapers. All due respect to Jeremiah, being named after Bob Dylan, then my grandfather, then some random student at Cronulla High School that my mum liked. It's like, good. You know what I mean? But anyway. It's official. The Wires are the best bandwagon team of all time. It will be official if they get it done. By get it done, I mean the premiership. Chanel to kick from the sideline. The only thing that would make this night more iconic Warriors is if he does his hamstring right here, right now. Chico says we are cooked this week. Yes, you are. Yes, you are. He hits it. Oh, he's shelling rugby league peas. 36 it is. That's out of pocket from you a bit, Leaguie, so, but I've been a bit off the rails myself today, so nor am I going to judge. And I also don't know what that even means, actually, if we think about it. What wasn't even across it? Just needed to change the topic. What a fall off. First to third, GG Roosters bring home the World Club Championship. If Roosters go, I said this yesterday, if Roosters go to England to play the World Club Championship, I will do everything I can to go. Everything I can to go. I'll do it all. Watson says, does your mum love that kid more than you? Well, that kid is probably a solid 28-year-old right now. If anything, probably older. No, it'd be a lot older. He'd be early 40s. Yeah, he'd be early 40s. I'm going to say, hopefully, I'm loved more. Do we have a fade incoming? Have Broncos been faded already? I mean, they're in 16th. I would have expected them to have been faded. We could, though. I mean, 14 points in 22 minutes. We could. I'm looking through their draw. They conceded 42 to Dawas last time they played each other. They conceded 48 to the Rabbitohs. But they have not conceded 50. They have not conceded 50 point. I think probably the main thing that's going wrong at the Broncos in this game is that unfortunately they already used their best player in the last match that their women's team, and that would be Caitlin Irwin. I couldn't stick the landing. I couldn't stick the landing on the joke. If Caitlin Irwin was out, there ain't no chance that they're 36-0 down. And I'm just saying, I would stand by that. I would stand by that. There you go, man. What is 2 times x plus 5 equals 100? You want me to find the value for x? Okay. Wait, what? Sorry, I've confused myself there. Okay, x plus 5 equals 50. Oh, so x is 45. Oh, no, 2 times x plus... Yeah, no, yeah, x is 45. X is 45. Sorry, I confused myself more so there than I really needed to. I'm better at maths than that, I promise you. X is 45. Yeah. I was like, x times 5. I just read it wrong. All right, Leitawa hit it up. Did Leaguie Swear says, Caitlin Irwin being talked about so much on this stream probably confirms that she's not the League's NRLW crush because he wouldn't take that kind of risk. Do I not like living dangerously? Also, I would say this as well. If there was ever a time that I was going to just absolutely put my NRLW crush right in front of you, it would be 6 hours into a Saturday stream. Would like to keep in mind as well, actually, when I was keeping the club that I support silent, I absolutely put that in front of you. So, you know. Through here is Grant Anderson. Can he get an offload away? He doesn't need to. He spins away from that tackle. Little goose step. Little goose step. They actually do have a result here, the Brisbane Broncos. 6 more. Okay. If you feel that you've narrowed that one down, though, did League Swear, sure. We'll go with that. All right. Moser finds... It's not Willison, it's Semu. I've been calling that Willison, but it's not. He's for Semu. That's my bad. That's my bad. That's not good enough for me. I'll be honest. I'm sorry. That's not good enough for me. My bad. Literally. No, it is Willison. It is Willison. I got that wrong. I got that right. Ganane got that wrong. You're about to say Grant Atkins? Was I? Anyway. Run from Jaden Hunt. Plays it here. It's going to be Moser in a dummy half. Cross to the right-hand side. Finds Duffy. Oh, good tackle there. Low from Aramea Tuava. The Broncos knocking on the door here. Moser finds Willison. Bang. That's easy. That's pretty easy. 36 plays 4. Putting it out there. Old boys will be happy. Yes, they will. Just wanted to celebrate one try. That's all they needed. Was that Donald Jehoshaphat Trump in the crowd? I think it was. Who's like, yeah, do you know what? I'm going to go to the Brisbane Broncos versus Warriors game dressed as the DJT. Why? I don't get it. Speaking of X-Men, thoughts on the cast? Jean Grey is a straight-up villain, bro. I don't know what you mean by that. You're talking about the... Because she was obviously a character in X-Men Apocalypse and hasn't appeared in any movies since then. Obviously. I tend to like Femke Janssen's, I think that's her name, portrayal of her. Only because... she's a Dutch actress. 36 plays 6. Do Ours not want to be second? Evidently they do not. Although they will absolutely deliver a biblical smackdown against South Sydney next week, so... Paddy Mellon, I support the Roosters. Favourite player would be Connor Watson. There we go. Lorenzo answered it for me. Lily says, now the home of da pony no more up da was. If you read this out. Please read it in a Kiwi accent. Well, I didn't even mean to, and I didn't particularly do, but yeah. Why? I support the Roosters because my dad does. And I like Connor Watson because Pookie Bear, Energizer Bunny, entertainment, and luxury player. Rob says, hey, you now know how you can change text using Inspect. I tricked my friend into thinking the Raiders beat the Sharks 214-4. That is impressive that your friend would believe that. But yes, Inspect Element. I am aware. I do know how to do that.
Knower of ball. Ball knowledge.
Ball knowledge. Looking at the poll, 72% of you voted Waz to win this game. I will say, I overestimated Brisbane. I told you guys that you were underestimating Brisbane coming into this game. Evidently, no. But anyway. Mad respect. Thank you so much, Paddy Mellon. Who do you go for? EB says, I'll be damned if the Roosters take out the A minor premiership. Well, we might do so. I'm not really fussed about whether we do or not. Although in saying that, I do specifically remember the years in which we won the minor premiership. 13, 14, 15, 18. But yeah. So it means something, but yeah, anyway. Kick return here from AKP. 17 minutes left. Warriors, you wouldn't think will go second from this point. Obviously, a lot more work to do if they will. But in the remaining 3 rounds, they've got Rabbitohs, Knights, Eagles. Those are tricky games. They might not put on cricket scores in those. Ball lost there. Thing is with Penrith, like, their form is not good. I think they've got 4 from the last 8. And have games against Melbourne and the Dogs coming up. Those aren't gimmies. They are not gimmies.
Lorenzo Theraborn just redeemed Pepsi Max Sip.
Kevin says, who won the game between Broncos and Warriors? It's currently on right now. 36-6 it is. The Twitch stream is still called Eels and Cowboys.
Hey, Leaguie, someone just redeemed a thing.
I'm annoyed at that.
It's _Hasman just redeemed head dent check.
First of the day. It's not really a head dent. Nah. I put the hair up. And then... That's not really doing it anyway. What time are you going to sleep tonight? God knows. I've got about 4 different, like, major things to do after this stream ends. So, yeah. You support Panthers, Paddy. That's cool stuff. Nice. You popped up on the algo. How good? Well, I'm glad, considering I literally had the incorrect stream title up. But anyway. Haas, crabby across field here. He's literally out there in the centers. Gets it offload away to a winger. Wild pass back in field. Staggs has it. Nice work, but Katewa's all over him. Bit of hand on the neck stuff from Katoni Staggs there on Kurt Katewa. But anyway. Behind your ear, the barber messed up. The barber was me. So, yeah. Pass back to find Moser. Mam, now with it. Puts a kick up over. Chasing it himself. He's there. Ball comes free and it's been grounded in goal by Ali Leitao. You have a podcast by chance? Nah, I have a YouTube channel. The Leaguie on YouTube. That is my thing. Would recommend checking it out. How would I describe it? I would describe it as typically, at the best of times, absolute rugby league, personally. That's just my opinion. I feel you could have some nice takes on games. Well, that's where you're wrong. I definitely don't. But I do it anyway. So, yeah, check out the Leaguie on YouTube. I appreciate you being here, bro. Lily says, is one of the major things meeting up with your NRLW crush, Caitlin Owen? Let's not go there. You know, you don't want to make Caitlin Owen feel a bit uncomfortable about the situation. She deserves a spot in the Leaguie Meme iceberg, but let's not go that far. No, I'm too pretty for her. Unfortunately. It's tragic. You know, it is what it is. I don't make the rules. Moses is at dummy half here. They're going to get 6 more here. I mean, it is literally on the first. Arame Tuava is hurt. He is hurt. Do you stream? I don't, actually. Staggs potentially taken before he got the catch there. That's what Ricky wants. And it is going to be a penalty for it. So it's explaining why it's not going to be a sin bin. But he was taken early there. There was a Leaguie podcast channel called LeaguieCast. It still exists, but it's abandoned. True. Yep. Top 4 teams just decide to not put 50 points on for no reason. Sharks got up to 48 points and stopped. Wires are at 36 and have slowed down, etc. I think we put on 50 in a game this season. I can't remember who it was against. Egg Council Creeper's not here. Sea Phantom's not here. It's funny that the people who might be able to tell me who that was against don't happen to be here. That's a shame. That's a shame. Anyway, played there. Moser gets the ball out wide to find Tom Duffy. Now in the hands of Jordan Ricky. Thanks for keeping me company today. No, thank you for keeping me company today. I have very much appreciated it. Do you remember when you were born? No, I was pretty young back then. Man, pass over the top. Sideline is going to beat everyone there as it goes over. Unfortunate. Into touch. Robert Toya is the best center in the comp. Am I right? If you say no, I swear. No. What you going to do about it? Fight me. Fight me. And if you fight me, unfortunately, you're going to have to also fight Brisbane Broncos NRLW player Caitlin Irwin, who would certainly come to my defense and definitely be better in hand-to-hand combat than I am. Okay. So 12 minutes left in this game. 36 plays 6. What even was that? Side career for you, a comedian? Nah, unlikely. I don't think I'd be overly successful at that. I'd be an even less successful comedian than I would be a YouTuber, and I'm not a very successful YouTuber. Aaron Clark hitting up over the 40 now. So it's future Bronco Barnett coming onto the field now. Healy. That's going to pass out wide. Eremi Tuava finds Leka Halasima, Leka the Wrecker, who's forced back there by a few Broncos. So 11.5 to go in this game. 30 points is the margin. They're going to kick from the halfway line. Who started with Caitlin Irwin? I think it was me. I think she did something in the Broncos NRLW game earlier, and I was like, I don't know who that is. I'm going to look her up. Or do I know who she is? Was she my NRLW crush all along? I'm not going to tell you. What did Caitlin Irwin do to you? Nothing. It's a funny joke. Legalize comedy. Jesus, come on. Says Elon Musk. Not that I'm really privy to, well, likely to quote Elon much, but anyway. Blake Moser is not hungry enough. I know what you did there. I know what you did there. Carrigan with a really good offload. There's Moser. Showing a bit of hunger there. And another offload. Anderson finds Mam. We'll put a kick through. Oh, slips catch. Slips catch. CHT in the gully. Holy. Yeah, I'm more successful than myself, Tiger Walker, Did League Spare Lily, and Hasman combined. Look, as far as rugby league YouTubers go, I couldn't have asked for anything more. As far as YouTubers writ large go, I mean, but you know, you're not going to be a Mr. Beast by doing rugby league content, so. Call Caitlin Irwin? No! That's weird. Definitely not. Moser could break more tackles if he was more greasy. What more could we do here? I got nothing. Okay. Straight through here. CNK's got support inside. Finds it. Sam Healy. The head taped hooker. Gets one for the Waz. I have faith in the Warriors, but that's what you got to have. It is, after all, as we know, a matter of faith. 40 plays 6. They're reverse 42-12ing us. What do you mean reverse? Because they beat you 42-12 earlier in the season, didn't they? I said that earlier. So, like, could well also end up being a 42-12 scoreline, the way that it currently looks. Yeah, yeah. Shouts to Faith Monero, my favorite NRLW player at the moment. That's a nice way to spell Faith as a name. I like that. How's the T? It's not T, it's Bebsy Max. We need to win 50-6 to tie with the Panthers on points difference. I don't think you'll get 50 specifically. I think you'll go up below or above it. Oh, almost certainly below it, really. But anyway. Oh, no, they're going to call it back. For obstruction. That's so sad. What even is that, Lorenzo? That's one of the sentences of all time. R/brand new sentence, for sure. Yeah, they'll take this off them. They will take this off them. Tragic.
There's got to be an investigation into this. There's got to be, someone's got to be accountable for this.
So sad. So sad. I love Sean Johnson's commentary. Oh, you want to talk about that? Like, you know, I said I don't like Kevin Walters as a commentator. When have you said seen Kevin Walters say stuff like that? He just doesn't. He's just like, oh, I love footy, eh? Yeah. Oh, how good, bro. Oh, mate, I love footy, eh? And then you got Sean Johnson being like, when you're isolated in defense, you know, you feel you're trying to solve everything. Like, that is way better. Way better. I'm confused. Did you see my Leaguie meme sentence? Yes, I did. And I said it's one of the sentences of all time, r/brand new sentence. Can these people in chat stop saying things before you react? I can't really hold it against them. Their broadcast is that far ahead of mine, but what can you do? Played here by Payne Haas. Moser. 9 minutes to go in this one. Duffy is forced backwards. Well, that was... I don't know if he said nickel there, Danganane. Anyway, there was a bit going on, but anyway, Patrick Carragher hits it up. Here's what it is. Ball finds Duffy. At the back, Mam. Does put boot to ball, and that one will be shepherded dead. Faith Monero is Penn and Teller's favorite NRLW player because she loves a good hat trick. We got a comedian over here, ladies and gentlemen. We got a comedian. Well done. Good stuff. Funny guy. Although you're not a guy. Funny. Nah, funny girl sounds really patronizing. I'm not going to say that. Anyway, you know what I mean. Sure, Sean Johnson is good at commentating, but you know who's better? I think I do know who's better, and that obviously would be the great Caitlin Irwin of the Brisbane Broncos NRLW team, playing on the wing. You'd be aware, frankly, of everything that's going on in a game if she were commentating. I think Leaguie's gone mad. This is your average Saturday stream. Especially with less than 10 minutes to go in the final game. I frankly, right now, mentally speaking, am in a better headspace than usual. Notably. Okay. Moses in a dummy half. I feel like guys and guy has become more neutral genders. Guys certainly has. Guy, I don't think I agree yet, but yes, sure. All right, Mam finds Carrigan. Could they get 36-12? Maybe, and cut the lead to a measly 24. Moser. He's going to go himself there. There was a half opportunity. Every time Tiger says Thai girls, I read it as T-girls, which is actually irrelevant to the stream today. Why? I don't know what that means. Oh, nearly intercepted there by Dallin. Nearly intercepted there by Dallin. Close, but not there. Jack says, this stream has single-handedly turned Caitlin Irwin into the NRLW Scott Minto, and I'm here for it. It has! Yes! I love that from you.
Noah of ball knowledge.
Absolutely right. Absolutely right. It has. He's stoned out of his mind, so his brain can't function properly. Look, I will admit to being high, but only on Pepsi Max, not on any illicit materials, okay? Or substances. I don't do them publicly. Oh, T-girls are short for trans girls. That is relevant to this stream, actually. That's true. We've fallen a very, very long way. From that, reasoned, logical, political discussion earlier. Anyway. Mam finds Duffy. They've got numbers potentially out there. Stags, that was a awkward little crash there into Leaguie Halasima, who is down. I think it's cramped up here. Ricky. All right. 5.5 to go. Put me out of my misery, please. Jota Ricky, just play the ball. Thank you. Moser finds Carrigan. Not really gonna do much there, but anyway. Play there. Moser finds Duffy. They're gonna go left. Cronk wanted them to go right. Shibasaki with it. Takes a tackle there. Good defensive read from Chance. Yeah, Halasima's he absolutely cannot chase across. They should be heading back that way. Duffy does go out that way to find Anderson. It's kicked back and Halasima does go back for it. Back from the dead. Back from the dead. I thought you was dead. League, I thought you was dead. Kimbai says, go Warriors watching from Madang, Papua New Guinea. I love the fact that you're watching from Papua New Guinea. We have a few Papua New Guinean viewers. I massively appreciate you watching from all the way over there. Really, really nice of you, and I hope that your Warriors have made you proud today. Certainly. How have you been this week? Has it been a good week for you? Yes, it has. Not everything really has gone great. As I said before, I really do need to take a break, but I'm going at it. Going at it. The Leaguie scene on Discord just said, why Caitlin Owen? What do you say to that? I mean, do I need to explain myself? I have a look at that record. 6 appearances, 2 tries. She's made 6 appearances. She scored 2 tries. 9 tackle breaks and 4 line breaks. Why Caitlin Owen? Come on. Be real. Let's just okay. Some questions shouldn't be asked, is all I'm saying. Is all I'm saying. Healy, he gave it to Chanel. It was touched by some Broncos. This should be 6 more here for the Waz. It is going to be. Nope, not Broncos, Warriors. 3.5 to go. Another try could be on here. I think someone has a crush. No, you have a crush. Shut up, you have a crush. Anyway. Did League Swear says, I'm preparing my graphic for this game, and I momentarily had the Tom Opposite Cup up on my screen because I had this game's home team and last game's away team up on the graphic. I love that for you. I love that for you. Chance, around the middle of the field, nearly there. Not quite. Not quite. He has officially lost it. To lose something, you have to have had that thing in the first place, and I have never had that thing. Never. Anyway. Healy. Finds CHT. They've got numbers here. They're not going to need numbers there. Leaguie the Wrecker Halasima. Absolute domination is what that is. Holy Leaguie. Holy. Will that... no, sorry, that's you timed out for the rest of the stream. No, absolutely not. I'm actually... Oh, no. I might just hide the chat there. That's... No. That's... Yeah, no. Not having that up there. Leicester, well, he's still visibly in pain, but... Anyway. You don't need a hamstring to score tries, evidently. He's fine. He's alright. What did he do? He said something not very good. Oh, it's still there. Can we just have... you know what? Guys, spam now, please. Just spam for like the next 10 seconds, please. Let's just get that message further up so it's no longer on the screen. Thank you, Pandamelically. I appreciate your sacrifice. Kick from CHT. Thank you for your service, everybody. There we go. We're good. CHT is soaking up the clock, trying to make 40-42. Hits it. Is it going to bend back? Not quite enough. It's off the uprights. That's so sad. 40 points to 6 it is. All right, enough spamming, guys. Thank you very much. Danny's allowed to spam that because it's actually, like, it's canon. It's canon for Danny. It is canon for Danny. Right, here comes all the delayed YouTube messages. Yeah, I know, I'm giving it some, time to wait. Who's better, Warriors or Broncos? I would say probably the Broncos, and it comes down to one main difference between the two clubs, and that's the fact that Caitlin Owen plays for the Brisbane Broncos NRLW team, not the Warriors NRLW team, and really that is the main difference between the two clubs. Penrith is still second at this point? Yes, not by much, but they will be. They will be. Momentum tracker is legit just whoever has possession. I mean, it seems like it, yeah. Look at the live ladder. Currently, I think, Google do a live ladder. Waz will be 10 points differential off the Panthers. Well, so they're on 286 and 276 respectfully. The Roosters on 163 are in first. I love looking at the ladder with the Roosters in first. Oh, that's gorgeous. That's so hot. You know what else is... No, I'm not going there. I'm not going there. No. Not going there. Not going there. Not going there. If you knew where I was going, you didn't, because I was never going to go there. So I wasn't actually going to go there. So it's not a problem. Do you watch NRLW games? I do. I watched the NRLW earlier today. I'll definitely watch every Roosters game. If the NRLW is on when, the men aren't on and I'm not streaming, then I will also watch the NRLW. Catch there from Mariner. 12-11. We are in the last 10 seconds of this match, folks. It's nearly over. It's nearly over. Anderson. Tackled there by a number of Waz. And the game ends 40 points to 6. Look at how much they love it. The New Zealand Warriors. What a resounding victory that was for the Waz. Brilliant work from them. Brilliant work from them. There was pressure in the sense of the top two teams, the Roosters and Panthers, playing out such a high-quality game on Thursday night. So the Dolphins shut out their opposition as well. There was pressure on the Warriors to show, yeah, we're good at this point of the season as well. We're nailing our stuff at the back end of this season. Your heart does, feel for Leaguie Met. It is so tragic, but for his club, the Warriors, this is a really, really good night. They really, really did enjoy it. Scratchy, yeah, again, I will check it after the stream. Can you do an NRLW live like you do with the NRL games? I have done them. Again, when the NRL isn't on and the NRLW is, I do them. Or when it's the Roosters, actually, really. I think tomorrow night there'll be a game, but frankly, I don't think I have it in me to stream another 3 games tomorrow. But anyway, that is where we will leave it. That was a hell of a stream. 6 hours, 43 minutes. We had a lot of good moments. Lorenzo, I knew that was coming, brother. You weren't going to let that one go. You weren't going to let that one go. I like the fact that you waited the whole time. That's good from you. All right. We will leave it there. There's a hell of a long intro to this Warriors song. I've already played it once, so I'm going to start playing it now while I talk you guys out, because I've got a while before that beat drop. There is quite a significant amount of time. Anyway, that was heaps fun. I'll be back tomorrow for both games. We'll end out a full round of doing it. It's going to be good. I missed the beat drop. We're going back. We're going back. No stress. It's all good. We're going to see one of the great all-time poo singers tomorrow between the Dragons and the Tigers. If you like rugby league, be there for that game. See you guys later. Enjoy.
Giving it you everything now every single time. It's a heart and soul mindset of an individual kind. It's a matter of having something to believe. Realizing when the chips are down, you gotta be in the win, y'all. You won't believe the things that we can do. All of the things we do with our bodies. We do believe that we can still do more. Just a matter of faith. Throwing up a headache that burn within like fire. Proving that one day I could have all my heart aside. So I worked hard and now I'm here to do my best. It's a special sort of feeling, putting mine up to the tip, yeah. The most important thing, now with honesty I say that without determination, well, there wouldn't be a way. So holding your head up, Rahana, that's a key. We give it all in when we do it with integrity. See, you won't believe the things that we can do. All of the things we do with our bodies. We do believe that we can still do more.
And I'd argue at the end of the day, it's also a matter of Brisbane Broncos NRLW winner. I messed it up! No! It's also a matter of Brisbane Broncos NRLW winger Caitlin Owen. Because when you look at the difference between the two teams, one having Caitlin Owen, one not having Caitlin Owen. If Caitlin Owen had been out there for the Brisbane Broncos, they'd probably get the win, and that is the difference. So I think, really, it does come down to that. Okay, bye.